Hello friends, so the other day I was watching TV with my wife. We were watching a documentary on ancient Greece, and specifically the life of Socrates, one of the greatest thinkers of ancient Athens. It was quite frankly riveting, and they were showing the jail he was kept in while he was put on trial for corrupting the city's youth. And the jail, well, it's inside a cave. And my wife says, wow, a cave, that's an interesting place for a jail. Instead of building an entire facility, you just put some bars across the entrance, and there you go. You got a cage in a cave, which makes a great jail. Very practical. Well, I guess you're right, I say. And from an etymological perspective, it makes perfect sense, since those three things are basically the same. And then she goes, wait, what? What do you mean? And at this point, I pause the documentary. It's time for some etymology. Well, yes, you see, back in the day, the three words jail, cave, and cage were all one word. That is, they all share the same root, the Latin cavus, which meant hollow. And that makes sense when you think about the meaning of each word. A cave is, of course, hollow. Plus, it sounds like cavus. So it's pretty easy to see how the two words, plus the modern relatives of cave in other languages, are all linked. Oh, and also cavity, like the ones I get in my teeth sometimes. The word literally means hollow. Now, as for cage, admittedly, the link isn't so obvious. But if we look at the meanings of some of the word's ancestors, like the Old French cage, which didn't just share the modern meaning of cage, but also meant a hollow space in general, and its Latin ancestor gabbia, which, among other uses, were the hollowed-out seats in Greek and Roman amphitheaters, then the connection becomes more apparent. And also, if you look at some of cage's cognates, like the Spanish jaula, we can now start to see the phonetic evolution of cavus's descendants over the centuries. And actually, as we can see, jaula means cage in Spanish. But it kind of looks like our English word jail. Well, that's no coincidence. They're both descended from the Old French gaiola, another descendant of cavus, which meant both cage and jail. And of course, when we think about it, it's not a huge stretch to see how a cage and a jail are pretty much the same thing. Just ask Socrates. He spent his last days in a cage, and a jail, and a cave, before unfortunately being found guilty and condemned to death by hemlock, which he was forced to drink. And at this point, my wife just looks at me with an astonished look on her face. Pretty interesting, right? I say. Or are you reacting to something else? Sorry, she says. I just zoned out for most of what you said. But I just didn't know they poisoned Socrates. That part was really interesting. Well, okay. I'm glad at least you enjoyed that part of the story. And sorry for the spoiler about his manner of death. It's okay, she says. Let's keep watching. Alright then. I guess the etymology lesson's over. Let's get back to ancient Greece. And thanks for watching.